back to RNG Performance. We have a new spring. You guys have been seeing some stuff like this for a little while now. My posts on Facebook and all that stuff and sneak peeks. I wanted to let you know that I painted this spring just for this video to differentiate it from the stock spring here. So this is our new spring, and if you can actually see the difference here, I'm just gonna, you notice this one's shorter. So we're going to explain all about the whole clutch setups, because I know some of you get confused. I made a big old post on Facebook letting everybody know the differences. So I wanted to talk about it. Now the first thing we have here is what I would normally send everybody if they wanted like smoother engagement. You would just get the primary kit. When I send you the primary kit, this is what you're gonna get. Just a spring and 6 weights. A lot of people ask me, Redneck, this spring looks different than the one that's in my machine. Yes, it's not gonna be the same identical spring. It might be shorter, might be taller, might be fatter. Don't worry, that's the whole point of the kit, is changing the spring to a different spring. If I send you a kit that looks like this, it's a Helix kit. It's gonna come with primary spring and weights and a Helix for your secondary. Now this right here is what our full kit would actually look like. So now that we got the differences out of the way, let's talk about what each one of these do. And we're gonna talk about why we do not do stages. We are firm believers in stages are a gimmick to get the most money out of a consumer as possible. There's really no such thing as a stage. Listen, the way we do things is you come to me on Facebook. The only way to get a kit is through me on Facebook. You're not gonna find this kit on Amazon store. You're not gonna find it on eBay, nothing like that. You have to come to me on Facebook or email to get a kit. I get a lot of people that ask me, I can't find your kit on your Amazon store. It will never be there, never will be there. And the reason for this is we don't sell stages. We don't sell you stage 1 and that gets you who knows what. Stage 2 and that gets you who knows what. Stage 3 and that gets you who knows what. We don't sell stages. You come to me and you tell me, Redneck, I have such and such machine, I have such and such tire size, and I do such and such riding. This is how I want to be. So let's say you come to me and say, Redneck, I got a 2022 CFMOTO C-Force 600. I run 28-inch tires and I do a whole lot of mudding. Well, at that point, I'm going to recommend you the primary kit, the Helix, and the secondary spring, and then I'm going to tell you where I think you need to clock this spring, and depending upon your riding, depends upon the spring and weights that I send you. So not every person is going to get the same spring for their C-Force 600. Not every person is going to get the same weights for their C-Force 600. You will get the same Helix because this Helix is a multi-angle Helix. And you will get the same spring because this spring is matched for this Helix. And depending upon your machine and your riding style is where we have you clock it. So hopefully that brings light to different kit styles. So you might contact me and say, Redneck, I just want a smoother takeoff. I don't care about a bunch of performance, and I run 28-inch tires and I just want smoother takeoff. That's fine. I have a primary kit for you that I can design for you for your tire size and your riding style. We can do all that with just a primary kit. That's fine. Now I get a lot of questions. Redneck, can I run your new spring and your Helix with my stock primary kit? Absolutely you can. The only thing it won't gain you with running your stock primary kit would be a smooth takeoff. The Helix does help a little bit with a smooth takeoff, but it's not going to get you that silky smooth takeoff that my kits are known for without buying my primary kit. So pricing does differ between machine and rider, because I could pair you with this and this, or I could pair you with just this. I could pair you with all three of them. It just depends, but it also depends upon your budget. If I quote you for a kit, go, I can't afford that right now. Is there anything you can do for cheaper? Yeah, I can. You're just not going to get the full performance aspect. But no matter if I pair you with the primary kit or just the Helix or the Helix and the spring, whatever I can pair you with, I'm going to make sure that you get the absolute best performance out of what you purchase. And do I recommend buying one or the other? Sure. You can buy just the Helix by itself. It's going to give you a performance gain. It's just not going to give you that silky smooth takeoff. That's all. So guys, the spring you receive is going to be black. I just painted this one to separate it from this one over here so you guys could know which spring I'm talking about. This is a stock spring that comes in every CFMOTO machine. Now, the reason why we changed this spring, and if you guys remember, I'm always preaching we don't recommend changing the secondary spring. And the reason for that is, up until now, the right spring isn't out there, okay? This spring here for the stock CFMOTO is actually too stiff, and all the other clutch manufacturers are making it even stiffer. Then when you buy a primary kit to match it, guess what? They make this even stiffer, and then they give you a bunch of heavy weight, big heavy weights. I've seen clutch tuners use upwards to 22 grams of weights in machines. I've pulled a lot of clutches apart that somebody else already tuned, and I've seen upwards of 22 grams. Now, I really don't recommend much more than a 21 gram, and that's for a special kind of person. So I want to explain to you how I tune clutches and why I tune clutches the way that I do. Okay? CFMOTO comes factory with a very stiff spring. It's too stiff. This spring is, it's okay for the 1000. It's not bad. And it might do okay in the 800. But when you get down to the 600, the 500, and the 400, it's too stiff. It needs to be changed. It actually needs to be changed in the other models too, because it's just too stiff. Like Arctic Cat and all of them, they use the same spring. Even from factory, they don't use this type of spring. They use something closer to this one. Another reason I don't like the stock spring is because any of you that have your clutch apart, you notice when your secondary is all squished together, your spring, I can actually show you on this one because it is a used one, it rubs the secondary and rubs the paint off. That tells me that this spring is binding. It's too long in there. It's too long, and what's happening is when it's under pressure, it's kicking out like that. When you change to a shorter spring, it's no longer in a bind in there and doesn't need to kick out and rub against the sides of the Helix. So when I tune my clutches for you guys, I try to go with the lightest spring possible, the lightest weight possible. We pair it with this Stingray Helix, and we pair the Helix with a lighter, shorter, softer spring. The reason why we do this is because I don't have any here to show you, but you've seen me take clutches apart before. The little plastic slider pucks that the weights go in, the more weight you put behind those, the more wear that gets put on them, the more friction, the more heat that is in your clutch, the faster your clutch components will wear out. By keeping everything lighter, even the Helix, the spring on the Helix, the little pads that the Helix rubs on, if it's not got a lot of tension, like too much tension, your sliders won't wear out as fast either. Do you guys know anything about flyweight and why flyweight matters? Do you know why a riding lawnmower has a big, heavy cast iron flyweight? It's for torque, okay? Lawnmowers aren't designed for horsepower. They're designed for torque because they got to spin the blades. Like back in the day, the old school tractors, people used to plow gardens and all kinds of stuff with them. And that big heavy flyweight would keep torque, would help you with torque. okay? So flyweight, when you add heavier weights to your clutch, all that is flyweight. It's extra unnecessary flyweight that you don't need. And when riding an ATV or a side-by-side, a UTV, whatever, the least amount of flyweight you have, the quicker your engine can rev, the better the throttle response, and the faster the clutch can shift back. So listen, I can do everything the other clutch tuners are doing. They're all using stiffer stuff to slow down your shift. I'm using lighter stuff to slow down your shift, which lighter stuff we just talked about gives you less wear on the clutch, less heat in the clutch, which gives you longer belt longevity. You know, you guys know I've been tuning all my clutches since I started with CFMOTO, and I get 2,000 miles, 2,500 miles out of a belt before I change it. And everybody that's been testing my kits with me also have reported to me longer belt life, less belt slippage, less heat, less noise, smoother takeoffs. See, I'm not the only one that tests my kits. I have other people in the background that are more than willing to comment down below, if they want people to know who they are, that test my kits and work alongside of me to make the absolute best kit that money can buy. Also, I'm a firm believer in giving everything to you guys at an affordable rate. Don't get me wrong, I gotta make money too. We all do. This stuff takes time, it takes money to do, but you guys, I wanna give back to you guys the best that I can and keeping the prices as low as I can. Keep in mind, I'm already cheaper than the other guys, and I offer free shipping. So whatever they're charging you for shipping, I'm not charging you for shipping. So you're saving money on shipping too. Can't beat that. So guys, I hope this video helps you understand the differences. And those of you who already have a Helix, you can get a spring from us. You'll be just fine. You don't have to buy anything else, because I have had people asking, when am I gonna be able to get that spring? Well, now you can get this spring. Mind you, it's not gonna be green. I'm not gonna spray paint every spring. I just did it for the video. So, but you cannot use this spring without this Helix, because this spring is matched to this Helix, okay? You can run this Helix with the stock spring. We just recommend that you leave it on the stock setting. This spring, when you buy a kit, message me and I'll tell you what to clock this spring to. If you're running stock tires, clock it to C1, okay? Clock it to C1. And then it's gonna change after that depending upon your riding style and tire size. So that's a base setting that we really like with stock tires. Actually, I'm running it with 27s and I like it on C1. On the 600, it's gonna change for the side-by-sides and stuff. So guys, I hope this helps you and I hope this answers all of your questions. I wanna thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Peace out, God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.